Listen, there's this intriguing shift unfolding around us these days. Folks are carrying around this deep-seated awareness in their hearts, a kind of unsettled vibe without a clear label. They label it as worry, pressure, or melancholy. They rush off to physicians. They swallow medications. They experiment with various counseling methods or coping strategies. But imagine if I revealed that this turmoil you're facing isn't an illness whatsoever. Suppose that nagging discomfort, that inner turmoil, is really an indicator that you're starting to awaken. Consider how our culture has lost its mind entirely, even if it refuses to admit it. We've built an existence where life's organic flow has been swapped out for the relentless pulse of timepieces and the stark, artificial light of corporate spaces. We've persuaded ourselves that joy comes from hoarding possessions, that achievement involves scaling rungs on ladders pointing to dead ends, that affection involves owning someone else like a prized item in our assortment. No surprise, then, that unease creeps in. Yet here's the key point. Your worry isn't a glitch in your makeup. It's a built-in alert. It's your profound intuition demanding notice, much like an alarm blaring to warn of actual flames. Those flames represent the ridiculousness of the existence we've been urged to pursue. Your worry serves as your spirit's signal that everything here is profoundly amiss. Picture it like this. If you were a fish, and folks had talked you into thinking dry ground was your home, wouldn't panic set in. You'd be flailing, suffocating, sensing something basically unbalanced. Those nearby might insist. Quote, "But your instincts would grasp the reality. You thrive in the depths. Similarly, people are designed for a realm unlike the one we've constructed. We fit in a place where we rise once our forms are refreshed, not jolted by a shrieking buzzer. Your worry is your core insight, detecting that you're confined in a tank when the vast sea calls to you. Allow me to share something that could seem odd at first. The mere reality that you're uneasy, that you feel adrift, that you detect an absence. This positions you beyond the crowd, since so many have dulled their senses to the chaos. They've conformed so thoroughly to the synthetic setup that they no longer register the strain of defying their essence. They're akin to individuals who've endured footwear far too tight for years, losing memory of strolling unshod across soft turf. They view the ongoing throb as mere existence. They accept that weekend-end blues, that start-of-week malaise, that sensation of confinement in an ill-suited routine. They deem it ordinary. But you remain attuned enough to sense the squeeze. You haven't fully gone numb from the daily grind. And that, dear one, is truly a blessing, even if it stings right now. Ever heard what they term those responsive to environmental hazards? Sentinels. Back in ancient pits, workers brought songbirds underground, since those creatures would signal toxic fumes well before people noticed. When the bird displayed agitation, it wasn't frailty on its part. It was vitality allowing it to pick up the peril floating by. You're that sentinel in today's societal depths. Your unease isn't a flaw of yours. It's a fitting reaction to a deranged context. You're intact. The system is fractured, and you're clear-eyed enough to perceive it. But now it turns fascinating. When most encounter this unease, this intuition that matters are awry, they aim to mend themselves. They assume, quote, 1. They consult counselors aiming to fine-tune their fit into a flawed community. They use drugs to mute their awareness. They fill their days with diversions, pursuits, amusements, whatever quiets the rising, unwelcome insight. Yet what if unease demands attention rather than eradication? What if it's a message to heed? Understand, anxiety splits into two types. One's the fretful sort, born from our fantasies, from fretting over unrealized or unlikely scenarios. That's the kind stemming from dwelling mentally, from confusing notions with truth, from swallowing every tale your brain spins about tomorrow. Then comes what I term profound unease. It arises in a unique manner. This is the core essence within. There's no evading it around yourself. Your true core yearns to face the vastness directly. It's the disquiet of sensing ties to the boundless amid a realm that views all as limited and throwaway. This latter form of unease, this profound disquiet, isn't an issue to resolve. It's an alarm to embrace. Let me explain what's truly going on here. Whenever anxiety hits you in today's fast-paced society, it's that inner clash between your genuine essence and the phony persona society has drilled into you. It's the clash between life's effortless rhythm and the rigid setups we've imposed on it. Picture it this way. A stream glides smoothly past boulders and along hillsides in its natural state, but block its path with barriers, and the calm current turns chaotic. The liquid surges violently against the barriers, building up stress. It yearns to resume its free-flowing path. That unease you're experiencing is simply your vital energy struggling to move freely amid an environment that's anything but natural. Typically, folks sense this inner chaos and respond by saying, "I require tougher barriers. I need superior reinforcements. I must manage this stream with greater precision." As a result, they push even harder to conform to the grind. They clock in extra shifts. They accumulate more possessions. They adhere to stricter guidelines. They pop additional medications. They attempt to coerce joy from an existence that clashes with their core instincts. Yet imagine if, rather than erecting firmer obstacles, you tuned in to the stream's urgent message. Suppose that unease is actually guiding you straight to liberation. Prepare for a revelation. In ancient communities, those rare individuals with heightened awareness, who absorbed emotions more profoundly than the rest, who appeared linked to realms outside the everyday, weren't carted off to therapists. Instead, they were celebrated as spiritual guides, visionaries, or menders. Their perceptiveness was viewed as a blessing, never a burden. These were the souls who perceived sensations others missed, glimpsed realities beyond common sight. They served as links spanning the tangible and the ethereal. Their inner unrest wasn't labeled a disorder. It was revered as evidence of their bond with the divine. Our society, however, dismisses anything spiritual. We've engineered a realm that's purely worldly, wholly physical, obsessed solely with superficial matters. In this setup, anyone who dives into profundity, who detects hidden enigmas, who senses life's layers beyond the obvious, they're bound to experience unease. They'll sense alienation like they don't fit in. And honestly, they're spot on. They don't mesh with this fabricated reality we've pieced together. Still, there's a stunning twist. The exact quality that leaves you feeling sidelined in this mad environment is what ties you to a grander, truer existence. Your radar for the superficiality everywhere doubles as your radar for the deeper reality hiding below. That anxious stir signals the divide between reality as it stands and its fuller potential. It highlights the separation between your current routine and your destined path. It captures the strain between the identity you've been molded into and your real self. Sure, this divide, this separation, this strain, it's uncomfortable, no doubt, but it's far from pointless. It acts as your internal guide, directing you to your true identity. I've always reflected on kids and their innate ease before we condition it away. Little ones don't fret over output or efficiency. They feel no shame in goofing around, chuckling, or exploring with wide-eyed wonder. They skip glancing at clocks constantly or stressing if their moments are optimized. Kids dwell fully in the now, not from mastering some Zen practice, but because that's life's true arena. They weep freely in sorrow, giggle at humor, and thrill over basics like rain pools, fluttering insects, or empty crates. At some point, though, we instill in them that this instinctive mode is flawed. We drill that existence demands gravity. We urge delaying delight, toiling today for tomorrow's rewards, swapping immediacy for a tomorrow that might slip away. So, no surprise we grown-ups battle constant worry. We've been schooled to exist anywhere but the present. Your unease is that youthful spirit inside protesting, "This can't be right, this isn't true existence, it's mere endurance." And that voice couldn't be more accurate. Look, I'm not claiming every bout of worry is a gem or that you should avoid aid when it's tough. Sometimes it spirals so intensely it halts daily life, and that's when expert guidance proves essential. What I'm proposing, though, is pausing before you aim to wipe it out entirely. Consider heeding its wisdom first, because frequently unease isn't the issue. It's the signal flagging the deeper flaw. The core flaw? We've lost touch with genuine living. We've overlooked that labor should channel our imagination, not chain us in exchange for cash. We've lost sight of the fact that relationships should focus on genuine bonds and affection, rather than fulfilling demands from one another. We've overlooked how our bodies aren't efficiency-driven gadgets, but dynamic entities brimming with innate intelligence. We've ignored our deep ties to the natural world, seeing ourselves as detached rather than woven into it. We've disregarded our shared existence as linked souls breathing the same atmosphere, drawing from the same waters, inhabiting the same earth. That unease you experience? It's your body's signal, recalling what your thoughts have let slip away. Allow me to sketch a scene for you. Picture yourself at a gathering where folks are all acting like they're thrilled, yet the tunes blast overwhelmingly, the chats lack depth, and the vibe screams contrived and phony. In that setting, discomfort might creep in, and others could urge you to unwind and have fun. Yet that discomfort would fit perfectly. It'd be your true essence spotting the sham, realizing the delight is fabricated, that a vital spark is absent. Our whole society mirrors that soiree. We've staged this grand illusion of wealth and advancement, but beneath the surface, a crucial element remains elusive. We've drifted from the pure delight of simply existing. We've swapped enigma for assurance, awe for facts, mindfulness for output. And for those of us gripped by worry, we're the holdouts who haven't swallowed the performance whole. Deep within, we still sense the essence of true vitality. Our unease stands as our genuineness, pushing back against quieting. That's precisely why attempting to banish your worry without tackling the root causes fueling it resembles popping painkillers for a fractured bone. The relief might numb the ache temporarily, but it won't mend the damage. Here, the fracture represents our rift from our core essence. It's our estrangement from the wild environment. It's our solitude from fellow humans and from life's profound, holy layers. Your worry isn't merely individual, it's communal too. You're sensing not only your personal rift, but humanity's broader severance from its origins. We've built a realm where most folks linger longer in synthetic glow than sunlight, where meals come from distant lands, crafted by unseen hands, where careers churn out unfamiliar products for indifferent corporations, where homes are piled like crates amid unknown neighbors. Small wonder, then, that unease arises, that sorrow settles in, that a void nags at us. The void? Vitality itself, authentic existence. Not the counterfeit version peddled to us, but the raw thrill of embodying a vibrant creature on a thriving world. Yet amid this, there's promise. that very stir of worry, that inner turmoil, that hunch all isn't right. It signals your true core endures. It shows you haven't been fully conditioned. It reveals a fragment of you clings to the feel of genuine being. Your worry acts like a beacon, steadily guiding you toward wholeness. But your real sanctuary isn't a spot on any chart. It's a mode of existence, a mindset of total immersion, vibrant energy, unmasked identity. And you can tap into it wherever, whenever. No need for a total life overhaul in a flash. No escape to a forest retreat or a group enclave required. Just tune into your worries' whispers and take gradual steps along its indicated path. Perhaps carving out more moments outdoors, perhaps declining energy-sapping obligations, perhaps fostering raw dialogues with loved ones, perhaps seeking roles that carry purpose, perhaps just easing your pace to savor a meal, sense your inhales, observe the heavens. The route to genuineness varies per person, but it invariably kicks off identically, tuning into your inner reality at this instant rather than rushing to mend, alter, or enhance it. Your worry isn't a foe. It's an ally, a mentor, your internal navigator. It's the piece of you attuned to real versus illusory, to what feeds your spirit versus what depletes it. So, when unease next surges, resist the urge to shove it aside right away. Instead, pause with it briefly. Sense it physically. Inquire what wisdom it holds. Heed its voice, free of critique. You may uncover that your worry masks thrill. Thrill at the chance to exist anew. Thrill at the prospect of truer days. Thrill at linking back to your essence. Or you may find it's mourning. Mourning for the facets of yourself forced into hiding or denial. Sorrow for the vanishing wilderness. Sorrow for the bonds we've severed in our frantic chase for advancement. Both thrill and sorrow emerge as instinctive reactions to stirring from slumber in a drowsy society, indicators that you're growing more aware, more vibrant, more authentic, and amid a realm that frequently drifts blindly toward catastrophe, awareness is precisely the antidote we crave. We require individuals who are alert, who sense deeply, who refuse to deaden their response to life's splendor and suffering. Your unease may feel distressing, yet it signals that you're vital in profound ways. It demonstrates your spirit persists in championing you, that your core essence battles for release. Thus, resist labeling your unease with the norm as illness. Avoid hastily conforming to a flawed system. Your unease could simply be your reason striving to shield you from madness. The real inquiry isn't eliminating worry in a directionless era. It's harnessing that worry as energy to reclaim your path to vitality, allowing it to steer you toward authenticity, toward truth, toward what pulses with life. Ultimately, you're not merely worried, you're alert. And our era urgently calls for more alert souls.